everyone, this is your daily tarot reading for Monday the 14th of May. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm using the Osho Zen deck. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of and what energy you'll be working with. So we've got celebration, integration, and the creator. Okay, so celebration is the Three of Cups. Integration is the 14th card of the major arcana. And that's Temperance. And then we have the Creator. And the Creator is a minor arcana card. So it's kind of the King of Wands. But it also has an element of the Magician associated with it. Okay. So first of all, celebration. Three women dancing in the rain, having a wonderful time. They're happy, they're intuitive, they like each other as people, and they're really just enjoying themselves, and they're appreciating their own good circumstances. And they're dancing in the rain, so even the negative things in their lives don't really affect them so much because they have each other. They've got friendship, they've got a sense of community between them, and they're celebrating something together, something that they either have worked on together that's turned into a success, or maybe they're sisters and they've been separated and they're happy to be together and they're celebrating just sharing each other's company. But you'll wake up on this day and realize that there's a lot to celebrate. And even if the storms are blowing or there's clouds on the horizon in one area of your life, what's going to outweigh that is your emotional stability, your sense of happiness with your life, your sense of belonging to a group that validates you and that makes you feel loved and connected. And you go into the day on a real strong kind of footing, because if you have that kind of foundation to work on, then you're really in a good place to create something wonderful. The next card, Temperance, integration. Interesting that it has changed the name here into integration, because temperance is about balancing the yin and the yang, the good and the bad. It's eternal. We can see the snake biting its own tail and going around in circles. And then we have a diamond here and a lotus flower on the crown chakra, and the crown chakra is open. So what that means is that higher knowledge from the universe is kind of being downloaded into this person. And because this person is connected to the higher realms, it's able to integrate both its parts in one without splitting. So the thing is that the ego is very powerful on this world, and this world is the world of duality. You don't have something without having its mirror image. You don't have something good without something bad. You don't have something that's totally free without something that's imprisoned. We've got everything has its counterpart here on planet Earth. And we as people have dual natures because we're spiritual beings in truth, but we also have a body. And the body makes certain demands of us. You require food and comfort and companionship and all those things. And it's only by connecting with a higher power that you can integrate those two things and you can let them live at the same time. So there's a real sense of you embracing the entire you and bringing it all together and being able to kind of embrace yourself and give yourself a hug and say, this is who I am, good and bad. I accept myself completely, entirely. The duality is echoed in the sun and the moon here. We can bring really incompatible things and bring them together through this connection with something bigger. So the feelings of positivity and being grateful and happy about your life extend to kind of the emotions push up and connect you with something even greater, and you form a bridge with something higher than yourself. That's a God of your understanding, that's a higher power, that's your higher self, whatever you want to call it. I was in a meeting once, and a person mentioned that they struggled with the whole concept of, having a higher power, and it was really hard for them to kind of surrender because they ought to be in charge of their life, and who can they trust? This is my life. I have to be responsible for it. I can't surrender to a higher power and let go. Who's gonna help me succeed? That's the thinking. But the reality is, when you get out of your own way and you dismiss that distrust and you say, okay, I trust the universe to bring me success and all the things I want. And when you do get out of your own way, things tend to happen much more effortlessly, and also the outcome is much more positive than if you had planned it yourself. So allow yourself to open up, be open to insights that come in, and let yourself be balanced out completely. Because when you're balanced out completely and you're in touch with this higher power, then you're in a position to really create something magical and wonderful. You can create a sun of your own. A sun is the source of all energy, of all power. It's the center of our solar system. And this creator is so powerful, he can create a sun, he can fling that off into the universe, and planets will form and be influenced by this new luminary in the sky, and certain planets will start to thrive like Earth thrived millions of years ago. So you have the potential to create something that's beyond your wildest dreams today, because you really take all of the right steps. You're blessed in a sense anyway, because you wake up feeling good and happy with yourself. If you wake up with a great sense of self-loathing, then it's much more difficult to open up and to let the higher power in, because you're so busy hating yourself that there's no room to hear anything else. So these two cards, first of all, say, feel good, but listen. And listen to what everyone has a different way of, understanding that. Some people believe in themselves. They're their own higher power. And if that's the case, then you listen to yourself, and you may get a message that you're supposed to create something today, something particular. Listen to that message. If you do create something today, it will be a success. It will be incredibly powerful. It will add a lot of value to the world, which means that you as the creator get a lot of value back, and you have the power to create something that really is beyond your wildest dreams. You can create something magical that you never thought you could create. Like, I don't know, but certain artists, I don't think when they start painting a picture, they're going to think, okay, this is the thing I'm going to be famous for or remembered for. They just think, this is what's on my mind at the moment. This is what I'm feeling. I feel balanced, so I'm going to create something today. They don't know that it ends up being the Mona Lisa and it becomes the most famous image in the world. The person who drew that didn't know when they first started. There's no way of knowing. So you have to trust sometimes that things are going to turn out the way they're supposed to. And if you're able to really put yourself aside today and get out of your own way, you can create something that is like a new sun in your own light. That's a guiding light. A new sun in your own life, I think I meant to say. And that really kind of can take you down a new direction. You can create a new business. You can create new friendships. You can create a new aspect of yourself that you want to put out there in public. You can launch a party or start a foundation or create a new type of fabric that is going to be picked up by loads of suppliers, because everyone now wants this new fabric and it's super in demand, and you really do well with it. So whatever path you're on, this is the day to create the thing that you want to create, the thing that you're passionate about, because you're not going to be in such a good place for a while. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Number wise, we've got 3 and 14 is 17, and 1 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 9 is spirituality and completion. So by connecting with spirituality, and because you're in a good place, that allows you to connect with spirituality in the first place. That allows you to complete this constant back and forth of duality within yourself. It integrates you into one strong individual. Once you're integrated, you become powerful, you become a creator, and you can really build something that will stand the test of time, that might even serve as your legacy. And this is the day to do it. Every great journey starts with the first step, and that first step has to be taken at some point. So this is your first step here on Monday the 14th. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing start to the week, and I really hope you feel empowered by the end of the day. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to order your reading. I use tarot, astrology, and numerology in all my readings. The astrology chart gives me a blueprint of your soul. It shows me where you've been in past lifetimes, what your life purpose is in this lifetime, what your vocational aptitudes are, what's destined for you in love and health and finance and family. All I need to draw up your birth chart is your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can use sunrise, or I can rectify your chart, which means that I work out your time of birth. Get in touch with me if you're interested in that. So if you're interested in having a reading with me, I can also have a look at what's coming up in future in all of those areas I mentioned. So what's coming up in your love life, when you're going to meet the right person, or when you really will feel this sense of integration and you'll feel connected to something bigger. Or maybe you're questioning what it is you're meant to create. You have that feeling of, I know I'm meant to do something independently, but I don't know exactly how. Then a reading could be really helpful. So it's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to order. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.